Used to spend the night in hotel parking lots. What was I gonna do? I ain't had nowhere to stay, so I lived in the car. I had $35. And I said, come on, God, man, I've been trying to make this dream come true. You done left me out here like this. And I was crying so hard that he just said, I didn't like hear a voice or nothing, but he spoke to me, and however he said, if you get up, I'm gonna take you places you ain't never been. Now I was finna quit. So I said, skip it. I'm gonna quit anyway. So I got in my car, I went to a payphone, and I was gonna call my dad. You remember back in the day where you could punch in a code and call your answering machine and get your messages? So I called, and he said, doop. He said, hey Steve, this is Chuck Sutton with Showtime at the Apollo. We saw a tape of you. You're very funny. If you could get here Sunday night, we'd love to put you on television. Call me back, let me know if you can make it. So I hung the phone up, I'm crushed. Cause my whole dream of being on TV, and I couldn't get to New York. I got $35. How I'm gonna get to New York? I can't make it. So I'm standing there at the phone booth and tears just coming down my face. I said, God, so that must be a sign for me to go home. Cause this it, I ain't even got the money to go to the Apollo. My whole thing at wanting to be on TV, I couldn't even make the dream come true. This is the most messed up moment. And so I said, man, let me call this dude back and see if he said this Sunday. Because maybe he said next Sunday, and I could hustle up a little bit of money or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but let me just call him back. So I called him back. Steve, this is Chuck Sutton, Showtime at the Apollo. We saw a tape of yours. You're very, very funny. Look, we have an opening Sunday night at Showtime at the Apollo. If you can make it, we'd love to put you on TV. I said, it's this Sunday. Before I hit the button, I heard, doop, you have another message. Now, it wasn't there before. So I punched my code in. I listened to the second message. It said, Steve Harvey, this is Tom Silver from the Comedy Caravan. This is a Thursday. He said, I have a gig in Jacksonville, Florida on Friday night that pays $150. If you can get there Friday night, you'll make $150. So I called him back and I said, hey, Tom, did you get a gig away? He said, no, it's still available. He said, can you get there? I said, I'm in Pensacola, Florida. I'm 3.5 hours away. So I drive to Jacksonville, Florida, and that night I made the 150. The club owner said, man, you funnier than the guy we hired. If you stay tomorrow night, I'm gonna give you another $150. So now I got $300 now. So I get on the phone, I call Chuck Sutton. I say, hey man, is the gig still available at Showtime at the Apollo? He said, well, we got one opening left. I said, I'll be there. So I called Eastern Airlines, who used to be open back then. They had a special for $99 going from Jacksonville, Florida to New York round trip. So I parked my car at the airport. I got it. Got on plane, flew. Everything I had was in 2 bags. Got to the Apollo. I said, hey man, I'm here. I got there at 11 o'clock in the morning. He said, you can't stay here because you don't come on to the late show tonight. I said, if you just let me stay in this building, man, I ain't gonna move around nothing. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm in Harlem. I can't go back out here. I got these 2 bags. I got victim wrote all over me, man. So he said, all right, if you go upstairs, don't come down. So he put me in the dressing room on the 6th floor. So that's where all the comedians was. So I stayed up there. I got hungry around 3 o'clock, and I couldn't take it no more. So I went back downstairs, a dude named Alton Liston. I said, hey man, he said, man, I thought I told you, don't come down them damn steps. I said, hey man, I'm just hungry, man. I said, let me go to that KFC I saw on the corner. Just let me get some chicken. I'll come right back. He said, man, if you ain't back in 20 minutes, you ain't getting in this building. So I went, bought me some chicken. came back. So coming in the building, they start coming up on the 6th floor. So I meet this guy named D.L. Hughley. I introduce myself, he introduced himself. I'm sitting there, another guy come in named Dwayne Johnson. Then this other dude walked in named Jamie Foxx. And I introduced myself. We don't know each other, ain't none of us famous. It's 1991, man. They gave everybody the lineup. I was on the last show of the night. I don't go on to 11 at night. I done had this 4 pieces of chicken. I'm starving, man. That chicken done wore off. I'm nervous, man. I'm about to throw up. D.L. Hughley went downstairs. D.L. Hughley got booed off. Dwayne Johnson got booed off. Jamie Foxx went down there and got booed. They booed Jamie, then Jamie started singing. And then they started clapping. And Jamie had their ass, then he went back to them jokes, and they got his ass. So I'm walking down the steps, and I see Jamie sitting on the steps. I said, hey, man, hang in there. He said, man, that ain't never happened to me before, man. This is crazy. This Jamie Foxx, man, one of the most talented people in all of comedy. And now, you don't even know how nervous I am, man. I can't even, my breathing is shot because these dudes been booed. So I walk out. I had wrote this joke. Mike Tyson had got in a fight in Harlem with this heavyweight named Mitch Green. Mike Tyson had hit the dude in the eye in the store. Now, he was on the news, his eye was swollen. So the joke I wrote was, they was interviewing Mitch Green, and he was telling everybody what happened, but his eye took over the interview. And I wrote this joke that his eye started talking and was just, I'll tell you what happened. The heavyweight champ's fist is coming towards my face. I just said, Lord, Lord, Lord. And I wrote this whole joke about this dude's eyeball talking. And when the punch came, and all this here, the Apollo, man, they went crazy. They lost their mind. I got a standing ovation, man. I walked off stage, man, just started crying. I couldn't believe it. And they paid me. I made $750 for being on TV for one night. I'd never made $750 telling jokes in one night. And so that was my first television appearance. A couple weeks later, Sinbad was the host of the show. He got this job on a Different World. And so he quit. And so Mark Curry became the host. And then Mark Curry got hanging with Mr. Cooper, and he quit. And they came to me.
I know y'all want to hear the rest of the story. Well, we seen the rest of the story. Guys, listen. First of all, before we get started with this call, right? Who is excited for the second half of 2020? Not for Steve Harvey, but for yourself. See, I wanted you to hear, because see, sometimes we think, man, it's funny what we sell ourselves on, right? But I wanted y'all to see sometimes what it takes when somebody's committed versus when they have entanglements with their goals. See, I know some people thought it was funny, like, you talking about entanglements. No, we talking about commitment, but what I realized when I looked it up, because it was, you know, I'm listening to the Will and Jada thing, right? And I'm like, man, that's funny. And I had to look up, you know, the definition of entanglement, right? And here was the one of the definitions, right? And before I do that, we gotta give a shout out. We just had a brand new Chairman 10 pop right before the call. I want y'all to show some love for Mello. Mello, we know you've been working, bro. We know you've been grinding. So congratulations to you on knocking out Chairman 10. I know everybody's got to be just massively excited for everything that you're doing. But guys, here's the definition of entanglement, right? It says a complicated or compromising relationship or situation. That's an entanglement. An entanglement is a complicated or compromising relationship or situation. So I said, okay, well, what's compromising? Compromising is accepting standards that are lower than is desirable. Compromise, check it, is accepting standards that are lower than are desirable. So I want you to ask yourself this question real quick, right? What have you been compromising or had a compromising relationship or situation with when it comes to the goals in your life? Because the reality is most people aren't just locked in and committed to a goal. They got an entanglement. Meaning, yeah, I'm listening to Jada talk, and she said, listen, I just wanted to feel good. And the reality is a lot of people put these goals because, I mean, it sounds good. It might feel good. But as I'm listening to Steve Harvey's story, and what's funny, y'all, is it don't matter how far you made it. When you talk about what you had to go through, it still will get you emotional. Because what you start realizing is, man, when you're in this journey, what a lot of people think it takes to make it, like you don't actually know how it's going to all line up. You have no clue. So what I want to talk about tonight, before we talk about running, is why most people give up on their dreams, why most people give up on their goals, and many of them before they even really get going, right? It's three reasons that I've identified tonight, right? The first one is simple, but it's sometimes the biggest one is they're scared. I want you to write that down. They're scared. You know how many people feel like they're not qualified? You know how many people feel like, like they bought into this theory from, the quote unquote elite people, right? That only a special few make it, that you got to be gifted. You got to be more talented. You've got to have this special education. You got to look a certain way. Your IQ's got to be at a certain point. You got to have all these tests. You got to have, all this talent. And guys, I'm telling you right now, it's not true. If you looked at the company today of everybody that's winning, the majority of them, we don't fit in that category. I don't have any college education. I didn't even take a class. How many people didn't finish? But you know what they have? I'm going to tell you what they have. They have this word called hunger, right? I want you to write that down. Hunger. My mentor, Mr. David Eminite, would call it desire, right? Do you have enough hunger to still go get it? Right? You listen, I'm listening to Steve Harvey's story. I'm like, man, that spells hunger. 2 bags, $35 in your car, going after what you want. Now, I'm not suggesting move out of your house, sleep in your car. That's not what I'm saying. But my question to you is, what are you willing to do to get your goals and dreams accomplished? See, when you get to that level, when you get to a point of like, see, Steve wouldn't care. He didn't care about if his friends saw him sleeping in the car. He didn't care about what people thought about him. In fact, what I gathered from the story is that while he was going through that, he didn't have this pity when he went to go execute. He didn't see when you get on stage, don't nobody care if you can't. The only time people care about all this stuff is after you make it. You know how many people got stories like that didn't make it because they quit? But you know what? People fear. They fear, what my wife is going to think, what my husband is going to think about me, what my friends are going to think about me going into this business for myself. It's a lot of fear that just goes into being humiliated by failure. Like, what if I do this and this doesn't work? Guys, let me tell you something. You just got to try. There's some of you all that are on this call that the fear of investing in trading has made you not even start trading. Because you're trying to figure out all this stuff. You're trying to, how can I eliminate failing so I don't fail? Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you eliminate yourself from the entire equation. You got to remove the fear. And here's the thing. It's not that you remove the fear. The thing is, you act in spite of the fear. You think when I was calling people when I started this business, I wasn't nervous? I called people I never called in my entire life. I'm like looking at I know the name, but I don't know this person. I'm DMing people I don't know. But then I realized 3 years later, I don't even remember the ones that said no. I don't even remember the ones that didn't do it. I was so focused on my goals, I didn't have time for my fear. Second reason why people give up is they want to start at the top. See, there's some people, man, they've been hurt so bad. They're tired of paying the price that they want to skip steps 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. And they just want to skip to the part where they're making the money. They want to skip to the special position. They want to skip to the part where they're making the big money. Where if maybe in a career, you got the big office. Maybe trading, you got the big trading account. You didn't take any losses. You didn't have to watch the videos. I just want to skip. Y'all ever hear people say that? I just want to skip. Like, just tell me what's necessary. What do I got to do? See, some people, they've been hurt so much that they skip the process because they just want to start at the top. Let me tell you something about what we do here. Is everybody starts at the top, but you got to build out the bottom. The day you sign up, you're at the top. Now you got to build it out. See, you want the skills, but you don't want to put the time in. You want the big trading account, but you don't want to start a trading account because you don't want to lose. I don't know enough. See, once you start realizing, Bob Proctor says this all the time, the only way you can connect the dots is when you look backwards, not going forward. See, that's how sometimes, man, when you start talking about your story and your journey, you get emotional because you know sometimes how close you were to quitting. You know how sometimes you were so close to giving up, how sometimes you were so close to getting distracted, but a little thing happened that kept you along just a little bit longer. And you listen to something else. And you listen to something else. See, I want y'all to understand something. There's an unwritten law for people that look like us. And then when I say us, I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about the people that weren't born into success. See, there's an unwritten law that, listen, nobody's going to come to your backyard, okay? Nobody's going to come to your backyard and start drilling, and you're going to find a whole bunch of oil. You're most likely not about to hit the lottery. You didn't come from an inheritance. See, where we come from, ladies and gentlemen, you got to pay the price. We got to do what most people aren't willing to do, and that's pay the price. I got to share something with y'all. There's some people in this company that psychologically you're saying, I'm so happy and grateful now. Your upline saying it's done, and you don't say it, but when you open your back office, you're secretly wishing that a leg appears. You're secretly like, they've been building a leg of 200 people and they're just going to drop it over here. And I'm telling you right now, if you're building wishing, waiting for something like that, that's your first problem, because you're still in the back of your mind thinking somebody else is going to bail you out. You're thinking somebody else is going to save you. You're thinking somebody else is going to put you at the top instead of you building it so you get to the top. And when you do it like that, you understand how you did it, why you did it, and if anything happened, you can go do it again. See, another unwritten law is that you're going to have to put in at least 18 months of work. And for most people, when you put in at the beginning, all kind of stuff are going to happen. But if you just stay focused long enough, I'm looking, we just had a young man today, been a customer for 13 months, hit Chairman 100. See, how many people want that to happen for them, but for 13 months, you can't stay focused. For 13 months, you can't be consistent showing a plan. For 13 months, you can't get demotivated. For 13 months, you can't worry about who starts and who quits. For 13 months, you just can't stay lazy being focused. See, we want the results, but we don't want the work that comes with it, the mindset that comes with it. See, these are unwritten laws. See, another unwritten law about this whole process starting at the top, for 3 to 5 years, you're going to have to put an incredible amount of work. See, once you realize it's not just about hitting the ranks for my chairman, for my 6-figure traders, my 7-figure traders, it's not just about getting the big day. It's about being consistent. Jay-Z had a quote. He said, when anybody can have a hit song or have a hot, they can be hot for a year or two. We call that being hot. But he said, you want to get to greatness, that's when you can be consistent. You can get results for decades. It's not just about one time doing a presentation, getting one person. I'm talking about, can you consistently do it? You got to start looking at what are habits in your life that are showing up now in your business. Because if you're not careful, your life will spill into this business. If when I used to have a call center, right? And I used to have this thing. I tell people, listen, you got to leave your problems at the door. In your business, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, investing, listen to me. You're going to have to leave your problems at the door. You might have just gotten an argument, but you got to open up that Zoom and everything's got to be great. Your car might have just broke down. You're going to have to flip up on your phone, and we don't need to see no tears. We don't need to see no puffy eyes. We need to see you selling us on what's possible if we stay focused. And the only way that you know that it's possible is because you've seen it happen for other people. And you know there's a promise that, man, if I can just stay consistent through this, it can happen for me. Why? Because it's happening for so many other people. The market doesn't care. You really think USD JPY cares if your car just broke down? It doesn't care. UCAD, do you think it cares? For my binary traders, you think that you go into a 1 minute trade, do you really think the market cares if you just had an argument with your girl? Oh, you know what? You just had an argument, so we're going to let you win. No. You know what? He didn't get a chance to watch the videos last week. We're going to just give him some profits. No. US 30 don't care about nothing. Let me tell you that. US 30 don't care about anything. I don't care what they don't care if you just read the Bible. They don't care if you just did it. It don't matter what you did. All right, it ain't nothing happened. Listen, why? Because there's a skill that's required in this. And once you get it out of your mind that you're not going to start at the top, that nobody's about to come save you, you're not going to open your back office and there's going to be a leg there. Stop wishing for it and start working for it. I want you to ask yourself a question internally. Are you winning or are you whining? Are you winning or are you whining? See, there's a lot of people, they want to be winning, but inside, internally, you're whining. Oh, why are they winning? Why is this person? I bet their upline gave them 3 legs. They just built it all out for them. I had somebody say to me, I don't understand how these people that aren't doing anything, they're making money. I said, how could you be so disrespectful to the process to assume that somebody that's winning is doing nothing and you're doing everything and you have no results? It's disrespectful to the process. There's no trader. There's no business builder. There's no entrepreneur. There's no athlete. There's nobody that I know personally that just gets stuff just because of who they are. You have to work for it. See, even the people that eventually get stuff because of who they are, somebody had to work for it. But I want you to write this down. Inch by inch is a cinch. See, sometimes you just got to go try. You just got to go. It's not this infatuation with the goal. Like, oh, it'd be nice to have this nice car. Like, oh, it'd be nice to have the big house. Oh, it'd be nice to have extra money in my account. Oh, it'd be nice to have term. It's not an infatuation. Most of us, let me keep it honest, we're infatuated with our goals. We're not committed to them. We're infatuated. It's real cute. It's nice. But see, inch by inch, it's a cinch. Number 3, they spend so much time early on trying to figure everything out, trying to figure out the perfect business plan. They're trying to look at the future 10, 15 years out. Stop wasting your time. Life don't even work like that. I hope 2020 is showing you, look, the business plan, just tear it up. Whatever you thought this year was going to be, just, you know what? I don't need it anymore. Because nothing is going to work out exactly the way you think. You know what? You know what's interesting though? Check this out. You know what's interesting? In the midst of everything that's happening in 2020, you know what you still got to do? You still got to show up. In the midst of 2020, in the midst of everything that's happening, guess what you still got to do? You still got to show the plan. In the midst of everything that's happening in the world, to get results, you still got to execute. I'm talking to the people tonight that you're not waiting and you're not hoping that they extend the bailout for nobody. I'm not saying it's bad if you get it, but I'm not talking to the people that's like, man, I hope they just extend this for just a couple more months. I'm talking about the people that's like, you know what, I'm about to get it. So y'all, you know what, y'all don't even need to give it to me. Give it to somebody else that need it. But how do you do it? Inch by inch. God, I'm gonna share something with y'all. If some of us knew the price that we would have to pay at the beginning, I'm not sure everybody would do it. But you know what happens? What's happened for me is that, man, you do all this stuff, you go through so many losses, you go through so many challenges that the only reward is winning. You're like, man, there's no way I can turn back now. Do you know what I've gone through? You know how many times I shared the presentation sick? You know how many times I shared the presentation, I had things going on in my life? You know how many times I was doing all of this stuff? And for me to stop now? Not gonna happen. I was reading about Jeff Bezos. I don't even know that's how you say his last name. Jeff Bezos, whatever. Whatever it is, he a billionaire, okay? I can say that. Billionaire, Jeff, the owner of Amazon. Do y'all know what Amazon started out to be? Does anybody know? A bookstore. It was a bookstore that he started in his garage. In fact, to start Amazon, Jeff moved in with his parents to start the business in the garage. Now, if Jeff was trying to project and was trying to look 10, I think they started in 1994, 1996, something like that. But if he was trying to project what Amazon would be looking like in 2020, do you think he would have saw this? Do you think he would have saw one of the largest companies in the world? Do you think he would have saw the #1 income earner in the world? Do you think he would have been able to figure out how he was going to buy Whole Foods, how he was going to buy all these different companies, how he was going to have all these processes, how he was going to have all these warehouses? See, sometimes when you overthink the process, you think so far that you talk yourself out before you start. And that's what happens to people in this business. You think you go through this whole process, you line it out, and you start looking and say, man, oh, well, I got to get this person from over here. And if I can get this person, and if I can get the 5 over here, and they said you got to have 10 P1000, then I'm going to have my trading going. Listen, you're not that smart. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. How did we get here? We worked. We believed, we worked. We had a desire for it, but we worked. It's consistency. For my chairman out there, for my 6 and 7 figure traders, I've been saying this, but I want y'all to catch this, right? The worst amount of success is a little bit. You get a little bit of success, it'll throw you off your game. You get a little success, you'll pull back. You get a little success, you start getting unteachable and coachable. You get a little success, my new people, you get a little success, your coach tells you to close out a trade, you say no. I got it. Hey, I will withdraw that. Okay, I hear you. And then call back. I should have listened to you. How many times you gonna keep taking the same lessons? I know I don't need to over leverage. We'll stop. I know I needed to do a presentation. We'll do it. I was talking to somebody recently. Listen, they talked to somebody that was making over 50, 60,000 a month. And the person said, listen, if I was you, I would blitz. Where you are in your business right now, if I was you, I would do this, 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 and this, and this. And then I asked the person, I said, listen, did you blitz? They said, well, I did a couple presentations today. I said, no, did you blitz? No, I didn't blitz. So why are you expecting the results when you didn't run the play? See, you got to stop getting on these calls, reading these books, getting in these courses, taking all this stuff, and then asking questions and doing the part that you think you're taking the play and translating it. I think I'm going to do it 2 times. And I'm going to do, there's some of y'all, you would have been ranked up if you listened. Not partly listen. Not the part that you over here, man, what's happening? You cannot tell you right now. You're not listening. There you have it. You're not listening. I'm sorry, was I yelling? I meant to, because somebody got to say it to you. We say it all the time, check your heart. How many times you going to keep checking your heart? How many times you going to keep texting your mentor? Hey, you're right this time. You're right. I need to lock in. I know it. Do it. Who are you motivating? You're not motivating us. Motivate yourself and say, you know what? Let me get to work. I got to let it go. Let it go. Let me say something to my people that have a heart problem. Because I said on the call 2 weeks ago, right? It's not the hard work, H-A-R-D, but it's the hard work. You're actually hard. There's some of you all, you're doing all the work, but your heart is not right. You're not really celebrating people. In fact, if some of your team knew how you thought and how you felt, they wouldn't even like you. Your heart's not right. You're looking at everybody else like, why them and not me? Celebrate them, and eventually it will be you. But you know what? Don't do it. Don't listen to me. And in a year from now, be in the same spot, listening to another call, taking notes. Yep, that's it. That's it. I know. I need to let it go. How many times you going to keep doing this? Show the plan. Do the work. Get in the academy. My new customers, I'm not yelling at you. I'm cheering for you. Watch the videos. Stop trying to, listen, we got a very simple system. Have people to come from one team to go to another team to come to another team, but the academy is the same. The work is the same. Show me a group in the company where you don't have to do a presentation to win. Show me a team where you don't have to do any videos in the academy. You don't have to put any trades in your trading account. You don't have to put no money in your broker's account. Show me a team where you don't got to do no work and you can get the chairman 10 and above. Where you don't got to do no work and you get the 10,000. Show me a team where that exists, and I'll sign up under you. But let me give you a secret. The only team that has that going on are the teams that have nothing going on. Go to work. That's what you got to do. You can't have, see, when I say entanglement is like it's a little fling. It's cute. Forex is cute. I'm gonna put a little trades out there. I'm gonna post some stuff. I got some profits. Let me ask y'all a question. How sick and tired are you of screenshotting profits that you don't have in your pocket? Huh? Is 6 months long enough? You're gonna do it for another year? You're gonna do enough for 20? How long are you gonna stop faking it till you start making it? And I'm not trying to beat you up, but here's the thing. It all takes the same amount of work. The same amount of time that it took you to fake it, you could have went ahead and made it. Watch the videos. Do the work. Let me share something else to you. Some of y'all are having the same things show up in your life over and over and over again. If every Monday you keep your head over, I missed the cutoff. Every week. At some point, you got to say, you know what? Let me go well above it. You know what that is? You're just trying to get by. You're just trying to get by. Those are what I call the rank watchers. You know what the rank watchers do? You log in every day just to make sure you're still qualified. You just look at the rank report, just, whoo, all right. Still chairman 50. We in there. Whew, okay, all right, the leg ain't gone yet. I thought it was going. Oh, you renewed? I didn't think you was going to renew. instead of going every day and busting your butt. Until the clock says midnight, you're going to work. And I can say that, guys, I did it for years. Years. Because psychologically, you want the maximum, but you're putting in the minimum. I don't know who needed to hear this tonight, but I'm telling you, just try. My new customers, if you haven't tried to go to get 6 figures, stop worrying about what people think. Do you know how many people are texting me right now? How many calls I'm getting right now? Bro, I remember 3 years ago when you told me. Bro, I remember when we sat down. Bro, I remember. You look, listen, write this down. Whoever doesn't get started with you, make it the worst financial decision of their life, but the best one of yours. You know how you go win? Go win. They see you win. They be like, man, I remember you sent me. I remember when your car didn't work. I remember when you barely had any money. I remember when you could barely get back and forth because your car was breaking down. I remember when you were going through all these things. You're going to say like, yeah, I remember. The only difference, I didn't stay there, y'all. Let them remember your presence. Man, I remember you used to going live all the time. Consider you was telling us about it. You was telling us. I made a post a few months back, and I said to everybody, I said, a day will come when you ask me how we did it, and my response to you is going to be, I tried to tell you. Not only does that apply outside of the business, it applies inside of our business. Some of y'all gonna see people rank up. Chairman 10, Chairman 25, Chairman 50, Chairman 100, Chairman 250, Chairman 500, Chairman 750. And I'm gonna be like, we tried to tell you, fix your heart. We tried to tell you, be consistent. We tried to tell you, do the work. We tried to tell you, stop being lazy. Listen, don't get a little bit of money and start splurging now. Wait. I shouldn't wear this jacket, man. I'm sweating this thing. Y'all, this is the work. But you got to be willing to do it. This is the play for the people that look like us. We've had the disappointments. I know it hurts. Yeah, your girlfriend didn't believe in you. Your friends laughed at you. They ain't, every time you DM somebody, they talking about you. You get the last laugh. Let me share something with you about success. Is the people that lose, they always get the first laugh. They always get the first laugh. But let me tell you who gets the last laugh. You. If you stay focused. Or you could be the people 5 years from now, sitting in the bar. Oh, you do Forex? Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough racket. I used to do that Forex thing too, man. It ain't as easy as they say. Or you're gonna be with us in other parts of the world celebrating what's happening in our lives. And more importantly, y'all, I promise y'all the thing I'm most excited about is the people that I sit down with that listen to me. And I said, man, if you listen to me, if you believe in me, if we just run this play and we do it together, if we all just stick together and we run, if we can all just stick together and we just run, everybody's lives can change. And you're seeing it right now. Lives are being changed. Listen, for my new groups, listen, y'all just got to stick together. Stick together. Do the work. Lock in. I don't care. See, oh, this is another building call. No, this is a success call. Lock in and do some trading. I don't care what you do. But do it and be consistent. Justin, what's the word? Okay. I'm going to show you the last time. I'm going to show you. You ready? Huh? You ready for the word? Simple. 12 to 15 customers. Personally. You. Justin, I don't like the circles. Do squares. Write your list of 100 people that want to trade, not that need the money, people that have influence, people that want something out of their life, not the people that just talk about it. I'm talking about the people that's hungry for it. Stop judging these folks, man. Call somebody, FaceTime somebody, get on Zoom, do some one-on-ones, do some work. 12, 15 personal customers, 3 to 4 people to P150, and you teach other people to do this. I don't teach you what's easy. I teach you what works. And the problem with some of y'all on this call is y'all teaching people what's easy and it don't work. Oh, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just get started. Just get started and then we'll, I'm going to give you a couple people. And then in 30 days, they're not free and they're out of here. I tell people, if you're thinking about doing this for 1 month, stop now. Don't waste my time. You're now P1000, 1,000 a month. Congratulations. This is 1,000. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see that? It's 1,000 a month. Justin, how do you get to 10,000 a month? Help. 10 people. Do this. You want to get to 25,000 a month? Help 25 people do this. In the midst of it, we got a system. We're going to teach you how to trade. We're going to plug you into the system. We got the signals. We got the software. We got the presentation set up. We got the whole system. Don't come in here and try to be smart. Those are the people that try to figure out everything at the beginning. Guys, listen, if you're new, we already figured it out. That's how you got here. You got here because we have a system that works. Just plug in. Be committed to it. You know what's so sad? Some of y'all are more committed to paying your auto ship than to building your future. I'm not here for your 175 a month. I was telling somebody the other day, y'all know, as chairman, when we sign you up, we don't even make no money. I get nothing. That's why I'm picky about who I enroll. That's why I'm picky about who I get started with. Why? Because for you to get my energy, you've got to be focused. I got to see something out of you immediately. Otherwise, I lose interest. The only entanglements I have with are with people that are underachievers. You only get my attention for a little while. You want 25,000 a month? Help 25 people do this. You want 50,000 a month? Help 50 people do this. You want 100,000 a month? Help 100 people do this. 250,000 a month? 250 people do this. This is what my mentor told me. You know what I did? I ran the play, y'all. When I didn't feel good, when I didn't like it. Sometimes when I didn't like the people. Sometimes when I didn't like the process, I still did it. I had a friend to me say, he was like, bro, does this thing work? I was like, yes, bro, it works. And I showed him a check. He was like, yeah, bro, but I know everybody can't get your check. I said, yeah, bro, but you can at least make a few $1,000s. I know everybody can't do this, but everybody can. I just know everybody won't. Because deep down inside, you're still playing the victim. Deep down inside, you're still, let me tell you something. When somebody's winning, if you try to look for an excuse why they're winning and you're not, you're already losing. Because you know what that is? You're trying to justify why they get results and you don't. It's what we do to make us feel better. That's why if you find out somebody's about to hit a rank, you try to let your group know first so it don't make you look that bad. Oh yeah, I heard that. So-and-so is real close. Yeah, my buddy of mine, they in their group, so they know. And you think that make you sound good? It doesn't. Do this. The 30 minutes you was on the call, talk politicking, For my leaders, I'm gonna give y'all a challenge this week. When somebody calls you with some problems, with some nagging, with some complaining, say, you know what, let me call you right back. I'm about to launch a new customer. Hey, hold on one sec. Hey, let me call you right back. I got a new customer that's just calling me right now. I gotta go. But send me an email on it. Man, I want to handle this, but I can't stay on the phone about it. Why? Because see, it's not just the work. This is the work is the easy part. You got to now set up your environment. I saw my mentor. I went to his house. Check this out. I'm going to show y'all. And I put this stuff around my house because I saw when I went to his house, on his refrigerator, it said, I'm happy and grateful now that I earn $1 million a day. I said, okay, well, listen, on my refrigerator, I'm going to say I'm happy and grateful now that I earn $100,000 a week. What? Over here. Over here, right at my door. I'm so happy and grateful now. New successful people are joining my business every day. I'm doing this. We're not just saying this stuff. I'm so happy and grateful now I create Chairman with Ease. Because one time it wasn't easy for me, so I had to say it was easy. Let me give you a secret. Whatever you're having a challenge with in your life, write an affirmation that's the opposite of what you're really experiencing. That's what you got to do. I don't even know if y'all can see that on the shirt. It says people will criticize the process and they will praise the results. There are people in your life right now that's talking about you, that criticizing every little thing that you're doing. And I promise you it sucks. I promise you it hurts. I promise you it's from sometimes the closest people to you. But I also promise you this. If you listen to everything that we say to you, they're going to be praising your results. They're going to be asking you, how did you do it through the difficulty? How did you do it when everybody else couldn't focus? But you got to now look, set up the environment for your belief. What are you saying every day? What are you seeing all the time? What are you thinking about? See, we didn't just say think. Thinking, that's continuous. You got to be thinking about this stuff all the time. You got to have your goals in front of you. You got to have your goals. You got to have them all around you. Does it look pretty? No, but the results do. If I'm not a platinum 1000, I'm so happy and grateful now I'm platinum 1000. I'm so happy and grateful now I'm a $1,000 a day trader. I'm so happy and grateful now I made 6 figures trading. I'm so happy and grateful now I made $50,000 this year trading. I'm so happy and grateful now my daughter's in a private school. I'm so happy and grateful. What do you want? What do you want? This belief is so huge, and most people fail at it all the time. I was listening to an audio and it said, how do you know when you're ready for a goal? You know when you're ready? When you have no more doubt. If you're thinking about platinum 1000 and you're doubting it, you're not ready for it right now. Keep speaking it. Keep building that environment. You got to be saying it. You got to be saying it in the shower, on the toilet, in the kitchen cooking, laying in the bed. You got to be thinking about it. You have to become obsessed with your goals. And people are like, well, I can't do that, Justin. I can't. The same people, listen, you know what's funny to me? The same people that say, Justin, you shouldn't be thinking about your goals all the time are the same people that call me with all the negative stuff on the news all day. Well, you can't be thinking about money all the time. Okay, well, you can't be talking about all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world all the time. You the one calling me with all this stuff. I just decided if I'm going to tune into something, I'm going to tune in to something that's going to help me change my life. Write this down. Whatever you tune into, you turn into. Whatever entertains you, trains you. You got to get the skills. See, the belief, this right here, seeing the stuff, saying it, that builds your desire for it. Then you got to get the skills. Justin, I got to learn how to present. For my traders, I'm throwing this in because they keep saying we leave them. Learn how to trade. Get in the academy. Learn the skill. But the only way you go do this if you built up enough desire to go do it. Doing the chart time. You see Kevin and Gilberto going through setups every week. How do you think they're doing the setups? They developed the skill. Mello developed the skill. Presenting, promoting. Some of you guys did a great job promoting. Next week, check this out. Next Sunday, myself and my mentor, we're going to be on next Sunday's call. You want to promote? You want to blow up? Next week, be on that call and have a minimum of 100 people in your group on that call or guests. I promise you, your business is going to the next level. I'm talking about the second half run. If you ran the first half, there's going to be an overflow in the second half. If you didn't run the first half, there's going to be an overflow in the second half if you go to work. And for my people in the first half, if you stay working. Prospecting. Learn how to prospect. Learn how to make good posts. Learn how to make good content. But Justin, I don't have that many followers. You're overthinking it. But Justin, I don't get that many likes. You're overthinking it. When you think is a great time to figure it out. When you get a lot of followers, you might want to figure it out now. You got to have some faith to get this process done too. See, faith also to me means patience. Leadership is a skill. You got to have faith, man. Faith, fear and faith both require you to believe in something that you can't see. And most people choose to believe in the fear, the negative, the challenges. What if this, you know what I ask people? Because people say, well, what if this, or what if that? Well, what if it works out? What if you write your list and everybody signs up? What if you write your list and you find the next Chairman 100 in your group? The company set a goal to have 100 Chairman 100. What if because of your list, because of your group, the next one comes from your group? The next Chairman 10 comes off your list. It happens like that for people, guys. Why not you? Stop speaking doubt and start speaking what you want. And then you got to have the faith that it's already done. You got to have the gratitude. You got to say, thank you, God. It is done. Not that it's coming, but it's done, man. I'm happy and grateful now for Platinum 5000. Thank you. You got to start being grateful now. Listen, I don't care what kind of car you drive right now. I need you to keep your car clean like you're gonna keep your dream car clean. Shine it the same way. Keep it clean the same way. Your room, keep it clean the same way. See, you're out of order right now and you wonder why things ain't happening because you ain't even got your stuff together. You're not even appreciating the car that you do got. You're talking about the car you got. You disrespecting the car you got. You disrespecting the house you got. You disrespecting the job you got, and you want somebody to give you something else? Clean your car tomorrow. No, Tuesday, Monday. We got a thing on Mondays. We got a thing on Mondays where you got to do some presentations. You got to work. Tuesday, clean your car up. Clean your room up. Start getting ready. See, let me tell you something I learned from having a daughter. See, when you have a daughter, when you have a child, you can't get ready when the child gets here. You have to be ready when they arrive. You don't put together the crib when they come out when you at the hospital. Hey, let me call you right back. I'm putting together the crib, baby, but just keep pushing. I got you. No. The clothes got to be there. The diapers got to be there. The crib's got to be there. Everything's got to be in place so when it arrives, you're ready. And most of you right now, you're not ready for your goals. You're speaking Chairman 10. Your activity's not Chairman 10. Your leadership skills aren't Chairman 10. Your presentations aren't Chairman 10. Your house is not Chairman 10. Your car's not developed for Chairman 10. Nothing is developed for Chairman 10, but you're expecting it to come. It's not coming. Get your house in order. Be grateful now. See, grateful means I'm taking care of it now. People, this week, here's what I want everybody to do. I want your group, whatever your goal is, 6 figures, 7 figures, Chairman 10, Chairman 25, Platinum 1000. I want your group to see you working and grinding at that level. I want them to say, yo, you going in chairman mode. Oh, you in chairman 25. Oh, you in your chairman 50 bag. Oh, you in your chairman 100 bag. Oh, you in your chairman 250 bag. Oh, you in your chairman 500 bag. Show them the work before it comes. For my traders, show them the chart markups now. Oh, I know it's only a 0.01, but getting next year standards. So you got a decision to make for the second half of 2020. Are you going, we said it, man. We said there were going to be some quarantine chairmen. We said there were going to be some quarantine chairmen. And do y'all know we promoted more chairmen in the first half of this year than we did the entire year last year? Do y'all know we're about to promote more chairmen in the second half this year than we promoted the entire last 2 years? Because we're working, because we're believing for it, because we're staying together, because we're staying united. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be an accident. When people ask us, how do we do it? We're going to know exactly how we did it. But you got a choice now. You're going to have an entanglement with the rest of 2020? Or you're going to be committed, you're going to be focused, and you're going to run this play. So much love, everybody. Listen, let's get to work. We got ranks to close out. We got charts to mark up. We got goals to hit this week. I would encourage you to get it done. So I don't know what your definition of success is. Is it family time, 6 figures trading, 7 figures trading, 7 figures in the business, having a great spiritual life, great health, being retired, having financial freedom, but whatever it is, I encourage everybody on here to go get it. You guys already know why by now. That's because I truly believe y'all deserve it. Have a good night, y'all. Much love.